Hey everyone, today's video I'm going to show you how to make the lead sound to our newest single, Are You Ready? And it sounds something like this.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
So opening Serum, we need to go to our digital files for our wavetable, FM, and then you put the position somewhere here around 27%, I believe I had it. And then we're going to modify this LFO really quick. Just follow blindly. Don't ask any questions. Just kidding. If you have questions, drop them down below. So right now it sounds like this. So we're going to bring the octave down 3. So that sounds like that. It's not there yet. This is how it sounds without the sub. Now we're going to add the sub. Sub's too high, so we got to lower it down 3. Now we got a fatter sub. Basically it for the sound right now. And then now we got to the FX. So distortion's going to go to the top. What the key to this sound is the downsampler actually. And so we're going to put this around, I believe I had it 47. And there already sounds pretty good. Next is just the hyperdimension. The mix actually goes down. Otherwise, you get kind of like this space laces sound. So it sounds like this. So this is how it's supposed to sound. Size down, mix had it around like 70. And then this is how it sounds right now. Sounds really wide. If you have the hyper up, you get kind of like a robotic-y, metallic-y sound, which Space Aces does in some of their tracks. Then is a compressor, multiband. Bring the gain up a little bit because it makes it a little bit quieter. And then as for this LFO from the bottom, clicking on it, there's a little bit modulation right here going. Put it to the envelope so it hits once. And that's basically it. In terms of the other parts of the track where you hear like this, closest, or this part. That is basically the drive of the downsampler being modulated. And here you can see the modulation. It's actually going from lower to higher. Okay, so let me show you what each effect does on this chain. I'm not a hardcore audio engineer, so I don't know what every function does exactly. I just did whatever sounds good, and that's basically it. So here's how it sounds without any of the channels or effects on. So it's kind of quiet, doesn't have a lot of power. So turn on the OTT. Already boosts some of the low ends. It's at 74, didn't want it all the way. Saturator. Really increase the volume, give it a drive of a lot. Des does the mastering anyway, so he fixes any audio corrections or incorrections. OTT again, to kind of soften it just a tiny bit. And then dynamic range is to give it like the grittiness or the dirt. Hear that. Auto pen, this is only used in the beginning as the filter is on also right here. And yeah, so it was giving it that effect. So that was a filter in the auto pan. Effect tricks over here is actually made to bring the drop to an end. Kickstart, that was used to give it some bounce to it. The sidechain, the pluck, it's a dead channel on the ear. I'm pretty sure Des fixed that. Okay, so the last component is the EQ. This is how it sounds without it. You see I just cut out the low ends. And I know normally people put it at the beginning. I normally do too, but for whatever reason I did it at the end. But yeah, just to cut out the low end, emphasize this higher ringing out here. But that's basically it for the effect channels. If you have any other questions about this, just feel free to drop them down below and I'll try to answer the best I can. So that's basically the sound that you're going for. Mess with the downsampler drive and that'll just give you a bunch of crazy sounds. But yeah, that's it. If you have any other questions, feel free to drop them down below. If you found this video helpful in any way, give it a like and subscribe for more. See ya.